Well, good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Now, have you ever done any gardening? When Carrie and I were first married, we used to plant a vegetable garden in the backyard every year. And honestly, I really didn't know what I was doing when it came to gardening, but we did enjoy the fresh produce, and we had enough to share with others. But that changed when our son Andrew was about 4 or 5 years old, and I replaced the vegetable garden with a swing set. And I haven't planted a garden since, and that little boy is 32 years old now. So it's been a while. But once the boys grew and moved out of the house, I dismantled the swing set and I planted some citrus trees where the garden used to be, where the swing set used to be. And I still didn't really know what I was doing, but I had a steady supply of oranges all year round, and I love oranges. It worked out well. And even though I didn't know what I was doing with the vegetable garden or with my citrus trees, I did learn that I had to do some pruning to maximize productivity. And so I can kind of relate to this image of the vine and the vine growth, of the Father pruning the branches. Because we are all connected to Christ, just as the branches are connected to the vine. But how does the Father prune the branches? Us. How does the Father do that pruning? Well, I think in the church, the primary method for pruning is the sacrament of reconciliation. Because when we sin, it causes damage to the vine. And that damage has to be pruned away. And in the sacrament of reconciliation, we feel that loving embrace of the Lord as he absolves us of our sins and prunes that damage of sin away from the branch so that we can bear fruit abundantly. But what is that fruit? What's the fruit that we're supposed to bear? What is the fruit of Christianity? Well, I think it's love, compassion, and mercy. Because Christ loves each of us beyond measure. And he treats us compassionately and mercifully. And so we are called to do the same for others, especially those whom we find difficult to love. We're called to love those who have a different political ideology or worldview than we do, those who look or act or speak differently than we do. We are called to love those who do not treat us with love, compassion, or mercy. So this morning, as we gather to share this sacred meal, just pause for a moment and thank the divine pruner. Let's thank the Lord for the gift of the sacrament of reconciliation, and let us ask him for the courage to bear fruit abundantly, to bear that fruit of love, compassion, and mercy, particularly with those whom we find most difficult to love.